So you have to understand that who you are today is a set of programs. Like, your brain is a computer system, and who you are is just what your parents taught you, what your institutions taught you. If you were in religious structures or sports or anything, that's who you are. It's a program in your brain. So if you don't like your situation, you feel like you're limited, you feel like everybody else is like crushing it and you're not, it's just because your program has a virus and you have to rewire your mind. So meditation, mental rehearsal. I worked with Sports Illustrated for the last couple of years, and nobody talks about this, but like Steph Curry meditates before a game. He visualizes. Michael Jordan said it was just as important to spend time in the mind gym as it was the mental gym. Kobe believed every shot he took, it was gonna go into the net. So everything's a mind game. Like, that's all it is. And once you program yourself to win, you can only win. It's the only option.
Positive affirmations. This is how you actively program your thoughts by telling yourself that you're strong, you are in control, you can solve problems. We feed our mind thoughts all the time, whether we're aware of it or not. Whether it's how we see the world or what we think of other people, every thought that we have is a reflection of ourselves. So if we switch the narrative instead to be kind and gentle and accepting of our thoughts in our head, and tell yourself every day how proud you are of yourself and that nothing is too hard for you, that's how you begin to believe it in your head.
Shame keeps you focused on who you are and attaching yourself to the negative consequences of whatever occurred. Accountability keeps you focused on what you do. And so identity, saying it's about me, feels very permanent, whereas actions, saying it's about what I did, feels like it's something I can change. So the next time you screw up on something, listen to your internal voice. If it sounds like a prosecutor, then you need to say, hey, maybe I should switch to scientist mode. Ask what, how, why am I doing this? What occurred? What caused the situation? Rather than, you suck, you're awful, you're terrible, you should be punished. And so that's a great mental switch that I use is I say, am I being a prosecutor or am I being a scientist? And if I'm being a prosecutor, I'm like, gotta switch into scientist mode. And sometimes why I do that helps me is I'll actually even write it down. I start writing down what happened, helps me get out of my head, and helps me see things objectively.
And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna say, let me. Let me remind myself that in life and in this moment, there are only three things I can actually control. That's it. I can control what I think about this thing. I can control what I do or I don't do in response to this situation. And I get to control what I'm gonna do with my emotions. Am I gonna allow myself to feel them? Or am I gonna let them run me over? That's all you have.
Unchecked emotions can create roadblocks for you. When you have unchecked fear, when you have unchecked anger, when you have unchecked self-doubt, this will hold you back from becoming the person that you want to become. This will hold you back from completing your goal. Let's take the starting a business thing for an example. You want to start your business, and let's say you get as far as creating the website. You creating the website, and then as you're creating the website, your self-doubt kicks in and you're like, oh, this is so ugly, I'm so bad at this, I don't know what I'm doing. Everybody's gonna hate this, nobody's gonna buy from me, I should just stick to da-da-da-da-da. You wasn't getting the reaction that you thought you were gonna get, and now you scared to post more shit. You gotta be pushing your shit like crack in the 80s, okay? You have to believe in you. Nobody's gonna believe in you until you believe in you. Nobody is going to believe in what you're doing until you believe in what you're doing. Nobody is gonna stand for you and cheer for you and support you until you do all of those things for yourself. So how could you expect to have a great reaction or a successful business when you don't even have the foundation of standing 10 toes behind your business yourself? Or standing 10 toes behind yourself if what you want to do is something like social media, do YouTube videos or whatever. Like, if nobody fucking with your videos, okay, they ain't fucking with it now, but you don't know what's gonna happen in a year as long as you stay consistent, you know what I mean? You can't let the self-doubt and the fear.
What makes me keep wanting to push forward is because I have goals. I know how I want my future house to look like. I know how I want my future kids to live like. And I want to maintain a certain type of lifestyle. And I know what I got to do to maintain it. So that's why I go so hard to maintain it. Like, it's like, things get hard sometimes, but it's like, I know if I keep pushing, I'm going to get what I want. So I'm going to keep on doing.
Believe in yourself. yourself. We have talked about this too. I mean, some of these things I know that we have discussed before, but believe in yourself, McLean. Believe in yourself. Don't ever let outside static or other people's opinions shape your own view of you. Because if you do that, a lot of times you'll miss out on opportunities, and a lot of times your self-worth will be eroded away. And basically that kind of comes down to the last thing I want to talk about. Don't worry. Don't ever worry about what other people think. Now, I probably spent 3/4 of my life worrying about what other people thought. Whatever people thought about me, what other people thought about my marriage, what other people thought about my circumstances, how I dressed, whatever people thought about anything. I was so concerned about my public image and what people thought. Who cares? Who cares? Let it go. And when you're young, that is so hard because you really don't know who you are yet, and you don't usually have the mature self-confidence to be strong enough to believe that you are unique and you are special. But don't worry what other people think. Be unique, be memorable, be confident, be proud.
So many people are walking around unconscious, responding to old programs. It's a reaction all the time and a response to the way that we're seeing the world, the way that we're seeing things. Once you are out of the unconscious and then you're aware and you're walking around and you're like, whoa, this is a brand new way of seeing life, a brand new way of seeing myself. And when you have that awareness, then all of a sudden it's not looping in the body anymore.
Everything in your life is a reflection of who you are right now, of what you represent as a person. If you have a business and you're attracting customers who are not valuing you and are trying to get you to give them discounts, that's a reflection of you. Everything in your life is a mirror to who you are right now. And I know that's hard to believe sometimes because you may think things like, well, what could I have possibly done to attract this negative experience, this negative person? But it's all a frequency that we are emitting to the world, to the universe, that is attracting the same back to us. Like attracts like. I had to audit my life in a way where I realized, okay, if I don't like the relationships that I'm having in my life, what does that say? Once you understand that, you are way more aware of who you allow into your life, what type of conversations you have, because you realize that you are gonna attract exactly what you're giving out into the world. That is no small thing. Where your attention goes, energy flows. So if you focus on positive things, if you're generally an optimistic person, I can almost guarantee that your life, it attracts much more opportunity than someone who's pessimistic and sees the negative in every situation. It's just the universal law. And that's why sometimes you will find yourself going from relationship to relationship or friendship to friendship, and you're like, why do I keep attracting this situation into my life? It's because you haven't yet learned the lesson and you haven't healed through the experience. Your energy is still in the same place, therefore it's gonna attract the same thing in different circumstances.
Which says, at its most simple form, act like the person you want to become. That's not fake it till you make it, by the way. This is intentional. Intentionally act like the person you want to become. Because when you intentionally act like the person you want to become, your brain sees you taking those actions, so your brain starts to change the way it relates to you. When your brain sees you high-fiving yourself in the mirror, it starts to go, oh, wait a minute, Steven loves himself. Steven's cheering for himself. We don't beat Steven up.